All right, guys, real quick, I want to talk about living in the now. See, today is today. Tomorrow's not even promised. So why think about the past? You can't live there. You can't change anything about it. The only thing you can do is move forward. And that's what's most important, is moving forward in your life. But so many people are stuck in the past. So today we're going to talk about creating that new story. How do you create that new story? Well, there's a couple of ways of creating that new story. From this day forward, you keep on moving forward. You try to mend relationships. There are going to be a lot of relationships. You may have done some things. People may have done some things to you. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, either you're going to try to make amends to that, because what happens, and this is just my opinion on this, is that when you live a life full and you're trying to create new opportunities and new wins in your life, what you're going to see is that the more you get engaged with mending relationships and trying to make things better and trying to move forward in your life, only great things happen. Is that when we hold on to baggage, we hold on to hurt and pain that people have inflicted against us, or even pains and suffering we may have inflicted on other people, whether that being intentional or unintentional, we have to come to the realization that we may have hurt people and people may have hurt us. Now, we can hold those things against them, and they may hold things against us. But if we go out and try to make amends, then we can move forward in our lives. Now, guess what? You may go to someone and say, hey man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what I did. I'm so sorry about the person I was back then. But don't try to make me pay for the person that I am today, because I'm a new person. They may not forgive you, and it's okay, but you can sleep. Rest assured, knowing that you did the right thing and you were the bigger person. Whether or not they're ready to accept it or not doesn't even matter. It's about painting a bigger picture for your life and moving forward. And when you have a lot of guilt, baggage, pain, and hurt, it stops you from living your true, ultimate potential. All right, guys, so we're going to move right into step 2, the process of creating that new story, creating that new life for yourself, reinventing yourself of sorts. And check this out. What I've discovered in my journey is quite simple. Oftentimes, we want to do something great. We want to do something different. But the hardest thing I've discovered is that it's hard to be something you've never seen. So a lot of people come from different backgrounds. Some people grew up poor. Some people grew up rich. Whatever the case may be. And in each one of those points, I can tell you there's disadvantages. There are disadvantages for having too much, because you really don't understand the importance of working for anything. And then there's a disadvantage of not having enough and growing up poor. But then it also can be advantages for being poor and underprivileged, because guess what? Now you see something different and you try to work towards getting something that you have never seen or you've seen others have, and you want to possess those things. So you have a drive to go forward. You have a drive to get a scholarship to play ball. You have a drive to do different things, because guess what? You want something different. And then there's some people that, they have just enough, but it's not enough for them, and they strive further. So there's disadvantages and advantages for being overly broke or overly rich. But at the end of the day, how do you reinvent yourself? And the hardest thing to do in that is seeing a new version of yourself. And that's why a lot of people don't commit to things. I want you to get to a level of commitment where you start believing and committing to the idea that you deserve whatever it is that you want to get, despite your background, despite who has, who hasn't, who had an advantage over you. It does not even matter. You have to get into the mindset where you feel, in your heart that you deserve the opportunity in which you want. Now, guys, for a lot of people, this is going to hit home and it's going to hurt, but guess what? We're going to have to talk about it. So a lot of people don't like to commit to things, and let me tell you why. During my journey, what I've discovered, and one of the reasons why I have a tendency of not wanting to commit to things, because guess what? If you commit to something 100% and you truly give it your all, and it doesn't turn out the way in which you think it should, you do not get that positive results that you thought you feel like a complete failure, and you just imagine what other people are going to say. But if you just back out of the commitment just a little bit, so if you start that business and if you don't quite put your all into it, it's okay because it fails. You can say, well, I didn't have enough time. Well, if I put maybe a little bit more energy into it, it might have worked. So you feel a little bit less guilty. You don't feel like such a failure. And that's why you don't fully commit to things, because you're afraid of what other people are going to say if they know for a fact you gave it your all. But in life, let me tell you something. To truly win, you have to be willing to leave it all on the field, to go out and make a difference, to make some life-changing decisions in your life, and you have to be 100% committed. You can be the hen that lays the egg, right? You're not all the way into it. You know what I'm saying? You were part of the process, but you really wasn't committed. But the pig, it took skin off its back, right? It really was a part of the meal. So you got to decide where you want to be. Are you truly going to be committed to your dreams, or are you part-time in your dreams? And a lot of people, they're full-time on someone's job and they won't even work part-time on their dreams. What they've been ordained to do, man. Check yourself. This is the opportunity. This is the interruption you may have needed. Hey guys, keep on listening to our daily motivational podcast where I bring inspiring messages every single day. Hey guys, this is Brandon L. Draper, better known as the Motivational King. Don't believe me? Just keep listening.